Welcome, dear listener. Today, we sit together to talk about a quiet strength we all have inside, inspired by Cardinal Robert Sarah and Nicholas Diet's The Power of Silence. This audiobook invites you to step away from the noise of everyday life and find calm within. Imagine sitting on a porch on a cool day, sharing simple truths with a friend. So, take a deep breath and join me in this quiet moment. In our noisy world, silence holds a unique power that even words cannot match. Even the strongest among us can be humbled by silence. Yet cultivating this practice remains challenging for many. It's important to distinguish between silence and calmness. While often confused, they represent different states. True calmness extends beyond just quieting our speech. It requires stilling our minds as well. This inner peace is something most people deeply desire. This audiobook addresses this universal challenge. We'll explore not only the transformative power of silence, but also practical methods to incorporate it into your daily life. Today, we'll be examining the book, The Power of Silence, by Cardinal Robert Sarah and Nicholas Diet. As we begin this journey together, we'll explore the many dimensions of silence in depth. In our current era, where technology has become deeply integrated into our lives and material concerns exert powerful influences, our modern environment generates constant noise. Finding moments of genuine peace has grown increasingly difficult, yet it remains more essential than ever before. 1. The nature of silence. Silence is fundamentally about calming the mind, ignoring our perpetual thinking, and intentionally listening to foster peace, healing, and freedom amidst our noisy daily lives. In our increasingly stressful world, more people are discovering the profound benefits and power of silence. Brief peaceful pauses throughout the day can center us, calm our minds, and reconnect us with ourselves. Experts recommend making silence an essential part of our lives, even if it requires deliberate effort. Before sunrise, replace noisy periods with quiet, short breaks. But what does being quiet truly mean? Being quiet and being calm are distinct states. Quietness may simply involve not speaking, keeping your mouth closed, not hearing your own voice. True silence, however, means entering a spiritual space within yourself. When you are quiet, you temporarily escape the endless loop of thinking. Silence becomes the vehicle transporting us to the innermost depths of our existence, the authentic place of all genuine practice. You may hear people say, "I don't like to talk much. I prefer quiet because it's my nature." While enjoying solitude may indeed be someone's natural preference, everyone appreciates experiencing the beautiful serenity of nature and its inherent silence. In our busy world, everyone needs periods of quiet and solitude. But what does silence really mean? Is it merely solitude or the enjoyment of nature's ambience? It's simply the absence of sound or noise. Silence often tells a story. A person who remains silent may be deeply absorbed in thought. Their silence can signal that they're dwelling in their private world of contemplation. It's sometimes said that silence can be the most powerful shield. People occasionally struggle with whether to speak or remain quiet. During this internal debate, they often default to silence. Sometimes people appear to listen without responding. You might perceive them as attentive listeners, but the reality could be quite different. They may be physically present, but mentally adrift in their thoughts. This is why understanding the true meaning behind silence is crucial. Sometimes silence masks stress or sadness in someone's heart. To interpret silence accurately, we must be highly attentive. A person might become silent out of fear, afraid to speak their mind. Others maintain silence due to insecurity, lacking self-confidence or self-esteem. Some retreat into silence when others disregard the conversation, showing interest only in speaking rather than listening. Emotional individuals often choose silence, fearing they might say something regrettable in the moment. Sadness or upset feelings from hurtful conversations frequently lead to silence. Boredom with a particular situation or discussion can also trigger silent withdrawal when you see someone disengaging. It may signal they find the interaction tedious. Introverts naturally gravitate towards silence, preferring to avoid the spotlight. Some remain silent because they've adopted a mode of surrender they simply no longer care. Silence proves a powerful tool. It helps a person acknowledge mistakes without uttering a single word. 2. The practice of Sphero Silence. Create your sanctuary of silence by turning off all devices and finding a quiet place away from others. Keep a notebook and pen ready, along with a book you've been meaning to read. While morning practice isn't mandatory for Sphero Silence, it particularly enhances productivity, calmness, and focus throughout your day. Beginning your morning with this practice equips you to face daily challenges head-on. The first segment focuses on defining your goals. The process itself matters most, so divide it into 3 10-minute sets. Use your notebook to spend the first 10 minutes documenting your short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals. Then dedicate the next 10 minutes to assessing your progress on yesterday's goals. When articulating your goals, clarity is essential. This daily morning ritual means you awaken to these objectives, questioning your progress and adjusting plans when necessary. It maintains your forward momentum toward your personal definition of success and motivates you to complete crucial tasks. Use the final 10 minutes to address any unfinished business, particularly short-term daily goals, and analyze why certain objectives remain unfulfilled. Today's actions shape tomorrow's outcome, as understanding your past provides a pathway to crafting your future. Next, dedicate 20 minutes to learning and growth. This is when you finally open that book you purchased days ago but never started. The fundamental rule for this segment is selecting literature that introduces new knowledge and nurtures your mind. When reading becomes integral to your morning routine, your mind remains calm, receptive, and ready to embrace fresh ideas. You begin your day driven by motivation rather than paralyzed by uncertainty. Spend the first 10 minutes of this segment reading a chapter from your chosen book. Then use the remaining 10 minutes to write a summary of what you've absorbed. By the time you complete the book, you'll have engaged in an additional layer of processing, fostering deeper retention and analysis, while strengthening your short-term memory. Reserve the final 10 minutes for mindfulness. This concluding segment serves as an essential grounding process, similar to cooling down after physical exercise. Utilize these moments for self-reflection. If you believe in a higher power, this time can be used to commune with your spiritual source. Whether you call it Lord Brahma, your inner spirituality, or another name, this approach remains entirely personal, but the fundamental purpose is consistent: to observe objectively and acknowledge your feelings. 3. The quiet advantage. Benefits of silence. The greatest advantage of silence is its function as a natural filter for your thoughts, providing space to contemplate your actions and their consequences. Quiet individuals leverage their words to grow their businesses and frequently surprise colleagues with unconventional thinking. Effective communication isn't exclusive to talkative people. Quiet individuals speak less frequently, but when they do, others assume they've chosen their words deliberately, having carefully decided what merits expression and what doesn't. The fifth advantage of practicing silence is becoming a complete observer. Quiet individuals often find success because they remain attuned to their environment. They recognize patterns and use these insights to determine their next steps. This observational skill becomes invaluable when needed most. Next, quiet individuals excel at surrounding themselves with quality connections. An introverted business professional understands that while quiet people might not always be the most entertaining companions, they recognize their priorities. Consistent effort coupled with proper prioritization significantly increases the likelihood of success. Trustworthiness represents another strength of the silent. Quiet individuals understand that certain matters are better left unspoken, particularly regarding confidential information. This explains why institutions like banks select secret agents. They require professionals who won't broadcast sensitive information. These quiet individuals remain acutely aware of both their capabilities and their personnel. We should not confuse self-awareness with self-consciousness. Self-awareness means recognizing one's capabilities and identifying necessary actions, rather than lamenting deficiencies. Self-aware individuals focus on self-improvement. Another key advantage is exceptional self-control. Silent people avoid engaging in activities that offer no benefit. They possess clear discernment regarding appropriate and inappropriate actions. Now, let's explore the specific benefits of silence. First, it helps us live a more consoling life. Psychologists and philosophers suggest that silence provides us meaningful answers and grounding. Silence reveals disconnections between our bodies and emotions. While silence may initially create discomfort, its psychological benefits lead to more purposeful living. Silence increases self-compassion and awareness. Self-compassion enhances our decision-making with improved mental clarity. Furthermore, silence helps us become more mindful and compassionate overall. Mindfulness represents the initial step toward emotional healing. It involves opening ourselves to difficult thoughts and feelings, then accepting them. Self-compassion means responding to our thoughts and feelings with kindness, empathy, and understanding. When we feel distressed, we can soothe ourselves. Research demonstrates that self-compassion significantly improves emotional balance, increases happiness, reduces stress and depression, and helps maintain healthy lifestyle habits like proper diet and exercise. Mindfulness and compassion are two crucial factors that help us accept our feelings. When we cultivate both qualities, our daily lives become easier and more comfortable. The third benefit involves enhanced conversations. By choosing silence, you naturally listen more attentively and create space for deeper sharing with others, ultimately improving your relationships. The fourth benefit is that practice leads to improvement. If silence rarely enters your life or even slightly intimidates you, gravitate toward activities that develop this skill. Consider yoga classes, driving witut radio distractions, or sitting quietly in your car each morning. When retiring to bed, listen to rainfall outside to calm your mind. Silence helps you explore cherished memories and cultivates gratitude. Consider investing in noise-canceling headphones or requesting 15 minutes of uninterrupted silence from your family. Conclusion. Friends, as we've explored in this audiobook, silence represents a powerful tool capable of transforming an individual profoundly. Maintaining silence in our noisy world presents challenges, but once quiet people recognize their value, the world changes with them. By understanding these qualities, we can naturally enhance our self-confidence. This isn't merely a temporary practice, but a lifelong approach. Once you've embraced this practice, you'll experience a remarkable transformation in your personality. This book recommends practicing 60 minutes daily for 21 consecutive days to witness significant life changes during this period. If you commit to beginning tomorrow, please share your growth journey with us. If you've already practiced silence through meditation or vipassana, we welcome your experiences as well. Thank you, friends. I hope you found value in this audiobook. By incorporating these insights into your life, you can create an even more beautiful existence. Remember that quiet people leverage their words to grow their businesses and frequently surprise colleagues with unconventional thinking. The power of silence lies not in what it takes away, but in what it reveals when we finally allow ourselves to listen.